Picture this. A young woman lands in New York with just $500 in her pocket, wearing a sari to a job interview because that's all she owns, and 20 years later, she's running one of the largest companies on earth. A company worth over $150 billion. That woman is Indira Nooyi. And by the time she was done, she hadn't just climbed the corporate ladder. She'd rebuilt the entire ladder from scratch. Today, we're breaking down how a middle-class girl from Chennai, India, became the CEO of PepsiCo, and the 3 power moves that built her empire. Stick around, because move number 2 is the reason PepsiCo still makes money today. Indira Nooyi wasn't born into money. She wasn't born into connections. She was born in 1955 in Chennai, in a household where her grandfather made her and her sister give speeches at the dinner table about what they'd do if they were prime minister. That's it. That's the origin story. Not a trust fund. A dinner table. She studied in India, played in an all-girls rock band, yes, really, and then made a decision that changed everything. She got on a plane to America to study at Yale. No safety net. No family nearby. Just ambition. By 2006, she was CEO of PepsiCo. Let's talk about how. She bet on reinvention before it was necessary. Here's the thing about empires. They don't fall because leaders make bad decisions. They fall because leaders keep making the same decision long after the world has changed. Nooyi saw this coming. In the early 2000s, sugary soda and salty chips were cash cows. But the world was shifting toward health consciousness. Instead of waiting for PepsiCo to get disrupted, she disrupted it herself. Real-world example. In 2006, she launched Performance with Purpose, a strategy to reshape PepsiCo's entire portfolio toward healthier products, while still protecting the profitable core business. Under her watch, PepsiCo acquired Tropicana and Quaker Oats, and expanded brands like Naked Juice. She didn't kill the soda and chips. She balanced the empire so it could survive the next 30 years, not just the next quarter. The lesson? Don't wait for the market to force your hand. If you're leading anything, a business, a team, even your own career, ask yourself, what am I doing today that keeps me relevant tomorrow? She made long-term thinking a weapon. This is the move that made Wall Street nervous, and made Nooyi legendary. Investors love quick wins. Quarterly earnings. Immediate stock bumps. But Nooyi refused to run PepsiCo like a company chasing next Tuesday. She ran it like someone building something meant to outlive her. Real-world example. She famously wrote personal, handwritten letters to the parents of her top executives, thanking them for the sacrifices they made raising leaders now running PepsiCo. It sounds small. It's not. It signaled a culture built on loyalty and long-term investment in people, not just short-term output. That culture retained top talent for years in an industry known for burnout and turnover. On the business side, she pushed sustainability initiatives, water conservation, packaging reduction, years before ESG was a buzzword every CEO used in interviews. Critics said it would hurt short-term profits. She did it anyway, because she was building for the next decade, not the next earnings call. The lesson? Real empires, in business or in life, aren't built by people optimizing for applause this week. They're built by people willing to look unpopular in the short term to be undeniable in the long term. She refused to choose between ambition and identity. Here's something people don't talk about enough. Nooyi never tried to shrink herself to fit into a boardroom built for someone else. Real-world example. She kept wearing saris to major business meetings on Wall Street, not as a statement, just as herself. She spoke openly about the guilt of being a working mother, once sharing the story of coming home after being named PepsiCo's president, ready to celebrate, only for her own mother to hand her a to-do list, reminding her she was still, first, a daughter expected to run errands. She didn't hide that tension. She talked about it publicly, which gave an entire generation of women permission to stop pretending they had it all figured out. She became one of the most powerful CEOs in the world without erasing where she came from. The lesson? You don't need to become someone else to win at the highest level. Your background, your culture, your differences, they're not the obstacle to your empire. Often, they're the exact edge that builds it. So let's bring it together. Indira Nooyi built her empire on 3 moves. 1. She reinvented the business before the world forced her to. 2. She played the long game, even when it wasn't popular. 3. She stayed unapologetically herself, all the way to the top. A girl from Chennai with $500 and a sari didn't just get a seat at the table. She redesigned the table. If this story lit a fire in you, hit subscribe, because next week, we're breaking down the empire of another outsider who rewrote the rules of their industry, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Drop a comment. Which of Nooyi's 3 moves do you need to apply in your own life right now? And if you know someone who needs to hear this today, send them this video. Let's build empires together.